Book your driving lesson now at dla-driving.co.uk. Sponsored by DLA Driving School.
Hello and welcome to Oh in the Town. I'm Luke Gregory and here's what's coming up today. Luton return back to winning ways after a brilliant 3-0 win away at Blackpool. Today we discuss that win because it was a pretty good one in a little bit more detail. How good were we on Saturday and how good is this team looking after that win? What a difference a week makes, right? Also, Jordan Clark is probably one of the best free transfers in history. I think Nathan Jones said he probably was, apart from Leo Messi maybe. But today we discuss him. How good's he been? What can we expect from him going forward? And how much do we love him? And as always, Bataro and Dave are with us. We are a day late today, so we do apologise for that.
Well, thanks for turning up.
Yeah, cheers.
Well, look, the options were, and look, we'll explain ourselves why we're a day late, was Bataro couldn't be with us for personal reasons. I was in Swansea because I had to cover Brentford B, the B team for Brentford today. They drew 2-2 with Swansea under 23s. It's a good game. 2 penalties for Swansea. Either way, irrelevant.
Don't care. Don't care.
But I said to Dave last night, I was like, look, I'll join on Zoom. We can sub Darren in for Bataro, but I think Dave bottled it. Didn't want to be in charge.
No, that's not true. Darren's got COVID and he's fine, struggling. So here we go.
Well, me and you could have done it.
Yeah, well,
Dave, just be honest. You couldn't.
I wanted Bataro to come and use his mic skills and get front.
Okay.
Well, you mean moaning at me for the last 3 or 4 minutes previous to this.
Look, and before we go in any further,
I've done it again.
If you are listening to our podcast regularly and you notice Bataro is extremely quiet, it's because he doesn't. He like talks from back here. He needs to talk closer to the microphone.
Okay. And also, it gives us a chance to talk about the cup draw as well, doesn't it? Let's be fair.
Harrogate at home.
Yeah, let's go for it. Put your best team out. Get through to the next round.
Exactly.
You know, genuinely, don't let it be a banana skin because that would be terrible. Get out there. Put the best, strongest team out, Nathan, if you're listening, and make sure we get through to the 4th round. To
be honest, I see a lot of negativity over the draw yesterday, but look, I'm quite happy for it.
I just wanted like Tottenham away or something.
Yeah, look, but
get Tottenham away next round.
At the same time, it slims, increases the chance of getting a bigger team in the next round if we do get through. Unless obviously a couple of upsets, but look, we're fine, man. Look, we're going to get to the 4th round. We'll get Tottenham away or Man United away.
And we'll do them as well.
That's it.
Shall we talk about Luton Blackpool then? 3-word reviews. Barney says, much needed win. Finn says, back on track. Fraser, brilliant team spirit. Callum says, team selection correct. Matt says, Carlos Mendez-Gomez. Gary says, better with Burke. And Anthony says, Blackpool was wet. I think everywhere's been pretty windy and wet this week, hasn't it? It's been ridiculous weather-wise. But back to winning ways, Bataro.
Exactly, which is nice. I think, how many times on a Saturday we said that this season? Or
only a few.
Or a Monday,
Tuesday. Yeah, only a few.
Tuesday in this case, but yeah, on the podcast as well. It's not happened very often, is it? But it's very nice. It feels very nice. And the weekend felt a lot better, didn't it?
It was comfortable though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed watching the game. Thought we played some good football. We defended well when we needed to defend well.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't feel, apart from that first, there was a couple of chances where Shea was unbelievable. But I felt confident. For the first time in weeks, I felt confident going forward, which we've been saying all along. You know, at QPR, didn't feel like we were going to get a goal. The game at Cardiff, game, we didn't feel like we were pushing enough. But on at Blackpool, I thought the game plan,
dangerous, didn't we?
The game plan was good.
Things were going for something as well.
We had a lot of changes from the game against Cardiff. Most notably, obviously, Shea back in instead of Sluga. He missed out. Not sure. I don't think Jones actually said why. I don't know if it was...
Is it illness?
Illness. I don't know if that means COVID or whatever. Nowadays, you never know. But we said last week Shea would be disappointed not to have started again after that brilliant performance against Forest. But he got his chance again, and once again, took it, didn't he?
Let's just say he was brilliant on Saturday against Blackpool. I mean, against Forest, he did nothing wrong. No, I think he had one thing to do or a couple of things to do. Your dog's going mental, but never mind. We'll keep going. But no, look, on Saturday, when he was in the squad, I don't think anyone really thought, oh, fuck's sake, do you know what I mean? Shea's back in or whatever else. And if he's not back in against Fulham, I'll be very surprised as well.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people want to see Sluga back and whatever else, but I mean, after that performance Saturday, let's face it, I mean, you could have nominated a couple of outfield players, maybe 2 or 3, as man of the match, but for me, it was Shea.
He did pull
Excellent.
off 2 really good saves in that first half from the top of my head. I can remember the one from the header, which he's kind of gone for. He's been barged a bit, but has had to get a hand to it, which YouTube can see all my hand reactions here. And the other one was like a long ranger, and he's dived and he's just tipped it over, and I was like, brilliant save. But
The one from the header was superb. The one from the header was world-class save. And there was a foul before that as well. So, he did really well to keep that out. And it kept us in the game at, was it 0-0 at the time?
The conditions as well.
Yeah, the conditions were awful.
Horrendous as well. I mean, you've got to watch that ball. I mean, when the wind's taking it and whatever else, I mean, that is something else to do that. And I see a few things last week, people saying, they'd rather Sluga in, but come on, man. James Shea has never, ever let us down, I don't think, in the Luton shirt.
I think a few fans said he was poor against Stevenage in the cup game, which I guess you could say is true, but at the end of the
rest of the
one
team.
game though.
Yeah, and so was the rest of the team against Stevenage. But do you think we've kind of overlooked Shea because of Sluga's dominance as our number one keeper over the last few years? But and we kind of maybe all forget that Shea actually is still a decent goalkeeper, and he was when we signed him.
Well, maybe not forgotten, but I mean, we know that. Well, I think that most of us know that when he's called upon, he does a job. I mean, when he played in League One that season as well, amazing. I think when he came in for Steck in, was it League Two as well? Obviously took that off him as well, and eventually. But look, I'm not saying he's going to come in and start week in, week out, but it's nice when you've got competition.
Yeah, and you can.
And it's a shame we haven't seen him play a little bit more often.
The problem is though that when your record transfer signing is your goalkeeper and then he doesn't play, everybody's going to moan because we spent all that money on the goalkeeper that doesn't play.
You say all that money.
Well, it's a lot of money for Luton Town.
Yes, but it was
a lot of money for Luton Town at this stage. Maybe not anymore. If we get more successful, then maybe that's not a problem. But if you're splashing out all the cash,
first season as well, back in the Championship.
I just can't. I know you said it's a lot for Luton, but
it is.
I know, but at the end of the day, it's only 1.2
Oh, don't even
whatever.
say it. Oh, no, get real. Don't say it's only one.
If we were
That's
Chelsea
because
and we just spent
we're not
70
bloody
mil
Chelsea.
on Kepa Balaga and he's now on the bench every single week, then maybe you could be a little bit disappointed.
Okay, oldies will agree with me on this one. That's the problem with people of your generation.
Whoa.
No, that's the problem.
Christ, I'm about to agree with you. If you're
agree.
You can do one.
What I'm trying to say is the value of a player means when somebody says 30, 40, 50, 60 million pounds, no one bats a bloody eyelid. But those teams are earning crap loads of money from the Premier League. They're probably crap loads in debt. They have someone financing their club. We're a fan-run club. We've got a really good board, and they're not going to stretch our budget. So 1.2 million pounds is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I don't care what you say.
No, it is.
If
we get in the Premier League...
It was a lot of money at the time as well, and it still is a lot of money.
No, but
if we was to go out and spend £1.5 million now or £2 million, which probably inflation from 3 years ago, rising up to that amount, you go, oh Christ, we're spending the cash a little bit, £2 million. You might look at Fulham who are signing your Wilsons or
for 11
whoever
mil
else for 11, £12 million, but we would never afford that, and plus that's parachute payments and whatever else there are.
I do
TV
feel
rights from Premier League.
I do feel though, as a club, we are nearly at that stage
where we have to do more.
No, not where we have to do more, but where we can start potentially doing more and maybe looking at more £1 million signings because of the players we have now. And we've discussed on the podcast how much is Adebayo worth. If we sold Adebayo and he's 15 mil, I'd be disappointed if we didn't go spend like 3 or 4 mil of that on like another brilliant.
But that's different,
player.
isn't it? That's different.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we are nearly at that stage.
Yeah, but then you shouldn't shun when someone says we spent all that money on a goalkeeper.
Okay.
Because
a bit little.
I don't care. 1.2 million is still a lot of money.
But mainly it's about stabilising the club as well. I mean, that obviously the main, like you said, for James Justin, Stacey, that probably stabilised the club for the next however many years. That probably helped obviously during COVID and whatnot. But look, either way, we're not at that stage where we can spend big money, but we'll get to a decent level of spending at some point. But going back to it, £1.35 million or whatever, It's a lot of money for us. And I agree with you, Dave. Before you start getting your high horse.
Okay, off topic. Let's get back on it. We're still on the starting 11. We're 10 minutes in. Burke came back in. Mendez-Gomez, surprisingly, after we discussed last week on the podcast, should the younger players be given an opportunity? Mendez-Gomez was given an opportunity, and he kind of played in two positions on Saturday. Started out wide. Yeah. And I think Nathan Jones even said in his post-match that moved in more central and kind of needed some support for Adebayo up front. But Mendez-Gomez looked pretty good on the weekend, didn't he?
He did his job, didn't he? I mean, he didn't do nothing spectacular, but, he didn't lose the ball. Well, I don't recall him losing the ball anyway. He might have lost it once or so. But, simple passes. He was making movement. He was freeing up space for other players and whatever.
I just feel when he gets the ball, I'm hoping that something's going to... I sense something's going to happen. It's like he gets the ball and it's like he could either go on like a mad run here and dribble past 3 or 4 players, or he could just lose the ball. But that's what I like about having him in the team. It's that and we spoke about this, the unpredictableness. Is that the word?
Unpredictability.
Yeah. Which one?
Unpredictability.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go for that. Yeah. Either way.
You don't know you don't know what's going to happen, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few players like that. I mean, probably more so on Saturday when you usually look at your team and go, Dave, I know what you're doing. You're looking at the microphone and going, give it all that. You're so close to the microphone. But anyway. Whereas sometimes, you play a back three with a holding midfielder and your wing backs. I mean, it's almost predictable. Yeah. But obviously when you've got, your Clarks in the team, you've got your Mendez-Gomez, you've got obviously Adebayo, we know what he's about anyway. But they're young, exciting players anyway.
And they really want it. They're really up for it. Yeah, I get that.
And even Campbell as well. I know many people haven't seen the best. We haven't seen the best. But, look, he does a lot of running. I mean, we watched him, didn't we, off the ball. Yeah. He was saying, watch him off the ball.
Yeah, he did a lot of running. I think for me, that was one of his better games for us, actually.
Do you think we're a different side with Reece Burke in the team as centre-half?
I've always said it. I'm a big fan of Reece Burke.
Do you reckon he has to keep that starting spot now? Because obviously Lockyer missed out. I don't know if that was due to illness as well. I think Jones said. But does Burke stay in that team now? And I also saw someone tweet the other day saying Burke is so good at carrying the ball out.
He's brilliant.
It changes the way we play.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, for a big guy as well, he's surprisingly quite quick off the mark as well, isn't he? But look, for me, he's an all-round centre-half. He's a bit, he's very tall, which is obviously going to be good in the air. But like I say, ball carrying is also a thing. Yeah, and he doesn't get caught out quite often, a lot either. So look, I'm happy. My feelings towards him in the squad anyway. I think he's brilliant, but I like big centre-halves, don't I? Let's face it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lovey scored, didn't he, to make it 1-0. Should we talk about the goal?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it.
Brilliant corner in. Actually, you know what? Let's give props to James Bree because he actually put in a pretty good delivery for the free kick, which the keeper parried out for a corner.
Yep.
And I know Blackpool fans moaned about him not catching that free kick, but
it was an awkward bounce.
Wet and windy conditions, Bree's put that in a good area where the keepers probably had to take no chances. And
should have been someone running in though, from our point of view.
Yeah, I think Bree was annoyed at that.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty much on the money, that ball as well, wasn't it?
So
no one took a chance, but look, like you say, if someone did take a chance, might have scored, but either way, got the corner, bang, goes in, back post.
There was a brilliant delivery from Naismith as well, wasn't it? And a brilliant header from Sonny on the underside of the crossbar. But he did that against Middlesbrough the other week because I was sitting there thinking, we don't really score much from corners, and I realised which we did from Middlesbrough the other day, but it's good to score from a corner again, isn't it? It's just...
Well, yeah, I
feel like it's quite rare as a Luton fan that we see goals from corners.
Our set pieces recently have been poor. Our corners have been poor recently, and that one just lifted the mood, didn't it?
Was that Naismith's first corner as well for the season?
I have no idea.
So it was Stad. I don't know. I'm going to take a guess on that.
It just goes to prove, though, if you put the ball in the right place, we've got the people there to finish it. And we've been missing that. We've not been beating the first man sometimes.
Do you know, I think it's nice having an in-swinger as well.
Yeah.
And rather than an out-swinger all the time. That's what I prefer. I prefer an in-swinger. I mean, with
puts a bit more pressure on, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whack it on the keeper or whatever. And I mean, look, floats across. The keeper's nowhere to be seen. Sonny's there to nod it in. I mean, we could do that so many more times. I mean, like I say, Burke, Bradley, the height, in that back four and whatever else, Adebayo. You've got the players that are 6 foot plus. Get it in the bloody box.
Yeah.
Well, he did. Beat the first man. Yeah.
And it was a brilliant header from Sonny, and he scores for once not in front of the Sky TV cameras, which is very rare for Sonny Bradley.
Weird, isn't it?
Pretty good first half from us. Second half, I think we came out and we kind of took it by storm, didn't we? We're never looking in trouble. And we made it 2-0. And it was a beautiful little header from Elijah and a beautiful ball in from Jordan Clark.
It was, wasn't it? It was, do you know, I see the header from behind the reverse angle or whatever. And if you watch the flight of the ball, right, obviously it gets whipped in. Adebayo is sort of like, obviously, side on. And it's almost like he gets spinning a ball. I don't know if that was due to the wind and the conditions or whatever, but it sort of goes straight and it sort of like spins at the last minute. Straight in. But yeah, perfect. Not that that's really relevant, but yeah. No, it was just
They're both really good, aren't they? Jordan Clark and Elijah. We sing their praises all the time, but I think that moment of real quality on Saturday was that, and it showed.
The cross, the header, just getting into space, predicting where he was going. Yeah, decent player. And we went mental, obviously, because you need to. Yeah, good. Well, it's just nice to see your striker scoring, isn't it?
It's kind of when you look at it and go, yeah, we're 2-0 up now, let's be a lot more comfortable. Because you know it's like a 1-0, you sit there and you're like, here we go again, can it happen? But now, look, never look back, really. Push on. And like you say, on to the third one. Oh, it's class,
Well, do you know, when we was at 2-0, we did back off a little bit. We was defending differently, I thought, because I was saying to you, we should shut it up a bit, sort of press up, and you were saying, no, we're playing a different way now. And we defended really well. I mean, I don't really remember them having too many clear-cut chances.
No, I think Shea pulled off a couple of saves in the second half, but yeah, I think it's like once you're 2-0, the game changes to, all right, we're 2-0 up now, we don't have to press as much, we can just contain and do our jobs and see this win out.
And get them on the break.
Which I guess we kind of did to make it 3-0, and it was a brilliant run from Musqué. Is that
Musqué, whatever, yeah.
I think, yeah.
We'll go with that.
Mere pronunciations, you never be too sure.
Just calling me Admiral.
Admiral was brilliant at the start of the season. I think against Barnsley, he was unreal with some of his runs. And we kind of saw that against Blackpool with that run in and that ball into Jordan Clark, who kind of taps it in, but made it look a lot nicer than just a tap in.
Oh, that was a bit more than a tapping, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's his positioning as well.
Controlled volley, that was.
But his positioning, you could see when Admiral was running into the box, he wanted it somewhere, then he checked back.
Yeah.
And fair play to the pass, because the pass there was precision. And 3-0.
Admiral as well, he's a powerhouse, you know. He can run with that ball. I've seen him a few times this season. He's come on as well. And the boy runs, he looks quick.
I think with some of these younger players, I think some of I might be wrong, but I suggest that some of the opposition are not aware of them in the same way that they're aware of your regular teammates. So they don't know what to expect and they don't know how good they are. And it's nice to see them perform well and get praise for it, because, if it was going the other way, we'd all be thinking, what have you done, Nathan? But he chose the right team this time and he set us up right, and we played like Luton can play, and that's good to see.
Yeah, it's quite exciting, wasn't it, at times?
Yeah.
And it was, like you say, had to soak it out for a little while for about a 15-20 minute spell in the second half. But look, once we were over that, counter-attack, bang, there you go.
And it's just like we've said recently, it's just that consistency, isn't it, that we've struggled to find, really, because we had numerous chances. Producer Jacob says here, 12 shots, 5 on target. And it just feels like we've struggled to create chances in the last couple of, well, especially against Cardiff at home, we didn't really create anything. And against QPR, you'd say we created stuff, but not really anything clear cut. It was more half chances, weren't it? So it was nice to go away from home, win 3-0.
And another clean sheet as well.
Another clean sheet. I think that puts us up to joint second in the league for most clean sheets.
That's brilliant, that is.
Which is a good building block. I think we just get things right. It's good. Producer Jacobs put in our running order today. Luton Town have scored the most league goals inside the 6-yard box in the top 4 tiers this season.
Wow.
14. Then the next team behind us with 12 are Liverpool, Cardiff, Ipswich and Rotherham. Then 11 with Man City and Wickham. Can you take anything from that, or is that more just like...
They shoot from further out.
Yeah, everyone else just shoots from further out and scores. And
if you probably look at our stats from shooting from further out, let's be honest, it hasn't been good recently, has it? Let's be fair. But you know what? You take your opportunities. You put the ball in there, and your strikers are in there. You get the chances. You take them. That's what we've been lacking. That we've been lacking that the last couple of games. We lacked it at QPR. We lacked it at home to Cardiff. We weren't taking those chances, and on Saturday we did. So those 6-yard things, great. And it's not like they're trying to do you know, like sometimes you watch a game and you think, oh, you know, just shoot, don't go, just don't play the blitty football. But we created some good chances, and I like that.
I think it just proves as well that the build-up's a lot better as well.
Yeah.
If you're scoring from that close range, it obviously means that we're packing the area. And, you know, we're playing across the goal, clearly, but...
Do you know, like, when you dominate a game, though, it's just nice to get the rewards sometimes. You know, and let's hope this is moving forward now, although, obviously, a harder game on Saturday.
Yeah, but we're going to win 1-0, so it's all right.
We'll go on to that in a bit anyway. Jordan Clark was a player who played very well on the weekend, and he's normally pretty good, and Nathan Jones described him as one of the best free transfers in football history. He was so good again on Saturday. And I don't know, it just makes you think, like, with Jordan Clark, what's impressed you most about him this season? And we've been crying out for like a Dewsbury Hall type player. Is it better to see him more in that central attacking midfield role? Because I know last year he played a lot of right wing back and stuff, but just getting him in that middle of the pitch.
Certain games, yes, but I still like him out wide. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I mean, I'll be honest. I wouldn't say he's been amazing this season. I'm gonna throw that one out there. People might disagree with me, but I wouldn't say he stood out. But I was saying, you know, certain games he's been a far more superior player than a lot of people. But for me, it's recently he's getting a lot better this season. That central, I think I don't think he's played there for a while. I think the last time he played there was pretty accurate to him, wasn't it? In attacking midfield or whatever. But no, I think he's looking a lot more comfortable in that role as of recent. But I'd still like to see him out wide occasionally.
What impressed you most about Jordan Clark?
I think I get excited when he's got the ball and he's playing well. I think he can create anything. I think he creates a lot. I think he's a good presence on the pitch when you're watching. I think did we get him for free?
Yeah.
You know, what a bloody signing that is for free. You know, I think he's a quality player, and I think he's coming into his own. So I feel that he's creative. I think he can.
He's very creative.
Yeah, I think he can be very creative.
Well.
Yeah, exactly.
I just feel he's very neat and tidy on the ball, and he's just like, you feel he's always going to do a positive, successful pass. And he works hard. Like
he does. That's the thing. He does work hard as well, doesn't he? That's the thing. I think that's the biggest thing about a lot of the players in our team, that they all work very, very, very hard. But I mean, when you've got, you know, say, I don't know, 80% of your team are doing that job, then I think that's probably part of the reason that we're, you know, looking good. I like to say, apart from a few games or whatever this season, but no, look, like Clark, like the rest of them, I think they all work well together, and they, like I say, they work hard just together. That's all I can say, really. I can't see anything more than that. They just work hard together.
He's strong. He's strong. He's strong on the ball.
Yeah.
You're right. He's strong on the ball. He's got good vision. He does play really decent passes, and he creates stuff, and he scores. What more could you want from a player?
And he's very neat, like I say, very neat.
His stats for Blackpool: 4 shots, 1 goal, 1 assist, and 72% pass accuracy. Another good performance in tough conditions as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
This is what you guys said about Jordan Clark. What trait has impressed you most this season? Is the man to fill the attacking midfielder role we've been needing? Daz says, I love the way he's been a real team player. He doesn't seem to sulk, and he comes across 100% that he wants the team to be successful, whether he's playing or not. He reckons he's got the same personality as James Shea.
Well, like you say there about, obviously, a team player, that's probably the reason he doesn't always shine out. And this season, what keeps going up? I keep hearing phones, dogs, sitting there going.
Phones and dogs and everything.
He is a team player, though, and that's what you like. You want him. He contributes a lot when he's playing, and it's exciting to have that sort of player in your team.
And maybe sometimes it goes unnoticed because obviously players work so hard, like you say, Clark as well. Maybe that's why people don't realise him as much or whatever. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you take your focus off an individual. You know,
you kind of expect it, don't you?
Yeah. But I think especially Saturday was outstanding. He's had some really good games for us. Yeah. And then, you know, I when he's not playing, I'm going, why isn't he playing? You know,
when he's not playing, I always think if we bring him on, we bring on a real talented player.
Yeah,
I like him. I like Jordan Clark.
Yeah,
Mark says, whose phone is going off over here?
It's that last. It's the one on the end there. Give it.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us that. Yeah, there's one with the thing in it.
You keep interrupting our podcast. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Who is that? Is that your work phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark says,
dear.
yes to Jordan Clark is the man to fill the attacking midfielder role we've been needing. Equally with Luke Berry. If we can get a decent run with the two of them playing together, we can rip teams apart. Could you see that? Clark and Berry as central attacking midfielders. Both of them. Probably not going to play that formation.
Versus Harrogate.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the thing, against Harrogate maybe, yeah. But look, two good players there, two quality players. I think every player we've got at the moment is quality. It's just, I think, whoever we play really, barring a couple, but obviously I'm not mentioning names, but I think we always know that they're going to do a job.
We've got a good squad. And
very good squad.
But Clark is a very important member of it at this stage. Moving on. They've all got high ambitions, I'm sure. When they come to Luton Camp, they didn't come here to, just be also-rans, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, I was going to say, I just thought last season, obviously we know about Dewsbury Hall and whatever, but I thought Clark was equally as important last season. And he was up there with Dewsbury Hall. But yeah, sorry mate, go on.
James says, that's a good point. James says his determination and composure is his best traits. It'll be tough to pick between him and Berry when Berry is back from injury. Do you have to pick between them? Can we put Clark in out wide and Berry as a 10?
Well, why not? You're going to need height in the team at some point, though. But no, why can't you play both of them? Like say, we can still play him out wide. This is the thing. It's not like he's going to play number 10 all the time or whatever. I mean, yeah, that's where we've seen him the majority of the time, but I'm sure we're going to see him on the wing a lot more as well. So either way, we're happy. Put him out wide, yeah, but maybe not both in the centre because of the height. But you never know.
And Greg says he loves his energy and his constant gifting and scheming in midfield, in a way, a more athletic and competitive version of Berry.
Oh, there you go.
Very different in a way, though, two players.
Yeah.
Gifting and scheming. What do you reckon to that?
Yeah.
Sounds like Santa Claus.
Well, you always...
Who's that?
Gifting.
Gifting and scheming. But you always talk about a player having a trick up his sleeve or whatever. Come on, stay focused, boys. Come
so
on.
Sleepy.
Stay focused. Stay focused. Come on. You talk about, you've always said, you want a player that has a trick up his sleeve and things like that. And I think Jordan Clark, he's good at most things he does. And I've got nothing bad to say about him right now.
Like we say, he's probably the most creative midfielder we've got.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, thank you.
Well, let's hope he starts against Fulham at the weekend. And let's get into some Instagram questions to finish off today's podcast.
Fulham.
Dan says, look, producer Jacob's very odd when he comes to writing running orders.
Really?
YouTube. Because his first question, which Luton past or present player would fare best in a zombie apocalypse?
Is that a serious question? Come on.
Surely no one's asked us that.
Well, okay, let's have a look. I'm going to say...
I don't
It's
believe
good
so.
we haven't got Steve McNulty still, so they're all trying to eat him, aren't they? But yeah. Christ, Jacob, I'm not answering that.
I don't know. You'd want someone who was...
Quick.
well, it doesn't have to be quick. It has to be intelligent.
I was going to say, you need someone who's intelligent.
Yeah.
So who's the most intelligent player we've ever had play for us? And that'll be the person.
All right, you can put that one out.
We're not answering that because I have no idea.
No idea.
Hey, I reckon Big Mick will give him a go.
Yeah, Mick Harford, he's just
probably headbutt him, wouldn't he?
knock them all out, yeah. Done.
that's it.
There we go. All right, back to the serious stuff. Will says, what's the approach for the Fulham game at the weekend? Because obviously they are brilliant. They've got brilliant players, talented players. They're smashing this league at the moment. How do we stop Fulham?
High press the shit out of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we've got to go for it. We played big teams before
Can't sit back.
and we've just gone at them.
Yeah, but it's not about them being a big team. It's about them being a very good team.
Yeah, but we
Yeah, but
can't
we-
sit back like we cannot
When I
sit
say
back against them.
yeah, when I say big team, I mean ones that you expect to go and not struggle against, but they are the favourites to beat us without a shadow of a doubt. The way they've been playing, we stop their centre forward, then we might stop them scoring some.
Work hard, yeah.
And
surely.
I think if we high press all the time, go quick, I think we could give them a good game. That's what I feel. We can give them. There's no reason why we can't take it to them.
Like I said before, I feel like we can beat any team in this league, and I still
Well, do
feel
you
like
know,
we can beat them.
But when we went to Bournemouth, I sat there and thought, how the hell haven't we beaten Bournemouth? I thought we did really, really well.
There you go.
And then I said, I don't think Bournemouth will go up. And then I was a bit stupid because clearly they're playing really well right now, right? But at the Bournemouth game, we took the game to them. I think was very unlucky. And I think if we take the same attitude at home to Fulham, I think we'll do well.
At the end of the day, they're still human beings themselves, aren't they? They're not robots. So they're beatable.
Well, sometimes winning runs have to come to an end every now and then, don't they? Or if we get a point out of the game, we'll be happy.
Yeah.
But why can't we press for 3? So I think it's really go at them quick, and really go from the start. Don't hang around.
Well,
Just get at them.
Look at Norwich last season. Was it last season? Yeah, we beat them 3-1, and we beat them clearly, and comfortably in the end, really.
Yeah.
So why can't we get to Fulham? All right, Fulham might be slightly better. But
And
they might not,
was it the other season when we was up their place and lost 3-2? In that game, we got beaten by one player, really.
Yeah, it weren't much in it, was there?
Yeah.
Apart from Mitrovic.
He is a brilliant player, though, and he's tough to handle. And whoever's centre half, if it's Sonny and Burke or Lockyer or Naismith, whatever it is, they're going to have a battle on their hands, aren't they?
They would have done their homework.
Is Mitrovic the best striker to ever play outside of the Premier League?
Well, at the moment, he's proving that because his goal rate is amazing.
Or the best striker to play ever in the Championship, maybe I'll say. Can you think of someone else in the Championship that's played that's probably better than Mitrovic?
But he's not a Championship player, really, is he? He should be in the Premier League, shouldn't he? So, no, is the answer. Give me more time, I'll come up with something next week.
But sorry, you said how we deal with them, maybe press them or press the shit out of them, like you said.
Yeah, sorry, that was rude, yeah. Just press them.
Callum says here in the Instagram questions, does Cornick get back into the team on Saturday? Say he's fit and available.
Yeah.
Do you put him back in to help with that pressing? Does he maybe replace Mendez-Gomez?
Yeah, I think so. Nothing against Mendez-Gomez, but that's a different kind of
challenge, isn't it?
Different challenge, like I say. But yeah, I think Cornick comes straight back in. That's if he's fit, though. Like you say, on the counter-attack or on the press, whatever you do, he's a threat. Like I said, Cornick's always a threat, and I'd rather have him in the team than out of the team. So yes, 100%.
Yeah, good point.
I think any player that works hard, who is agile, who is quick, all that sort of stuff, is playing Saturday.
And don't you think that anybody who's not been in the squad because of some other reason will want to play in this game? They will really want to play this game to prove that we can do it at this level.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Cornick, if he's fit, he starts.
I think Campbell as well, he's got to start as well on Saturday.
Yeah, I thought Campbell was really good at it.
Yeah,
I'm actually
4 or 5 games, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sort of warming more to Campbell because when he first started playing for us, I didn't see it, but recently I think he's really improved, and like we said on Saturday, we watched him run around. So maybe who do you take out the team? Mendez-Gomez.
I think but then
he becomes a sub, and then maybe gets his opportunity later on in the game. Especially when we're 4-0 up, eh?
Oh, that'd be nice. But I think Lansbury's coming out the team as well Saturday.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Because I think we'll end up getting sent off against Fulham.
Wouldn't surprise me.
This is what I mean. Like I said, you need fast, agile players in there.
You put some money on that.
Lansbury, but I think Pelly will play. Yeah, I think he will. I think you're going to have Pelly. You're going to have Clark in the middle as well. You're probably going to have Campbell. You might even see an extra one in there.
You expecting anything from Saturday, or are you just going there going, you know what? Let's just hope we put a good performance, and if we do, anything could happen.
This is it. Yeah, that's it.
I go to every game hoping for a result. We didn't get one against Cardiff. I was expecting a result there, but on Saturday I'll be pleased with not losing to start with, but it'd be even better if we can I don't want to nick the win, but if we nick the win, that'd be fantastic. But if we could just give them a game
and just don't get slammed as well. I mean,
give them a game.
And
there is a chance. There's always a chance that we can do it. And when we played the stronger teams, even back in the day when the Liverpools and the Man U's came, no one gave you a chance sometimes, and then you take the game to them. When we're on our cup run, you take the game to the teams, and you can get a result. So why we can get a result against Fulham, and why shouldn't we ever give it a go?
Exactly, it's a bit like Leeds as well last year, wherever it was.
Because no other people though. But no other people are expecting us to win, given Fulham's form. So why not? Why not? What we got to lose? Nothing.
It's going to be a good game. Looking forward to it. Kenilworth Road on Saturday.
I can't wait.
Nice little festive fixture.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And bit of a mouthful to say.
But, and wouldn't that be a good springboard? Get 3 points. Don't get beaten by them. Get 3 points, and then you're coming into the new year. You've just
as title favourites because we are the best.
No, but you're just beating the top league team in the league, and it will push you on. It'll push the players on, and it'll push us all on.
It brings confidence, doesn't it, as well? It just brings a lot more joy for the month.
Hey, we're super lucky. We're super lucky because we're so. We're sort of solid this season. We're not flirting with that relegation. So it's great. Can't
It's
wait.
nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, it's going to be a good game. Luton Fulham on Saturday, and that's all we got time for today. Before we go, I spoke to producer Jacob on the phone on the way home from Swansea today, and I was like, Jacob, it's 2 weeks nearly till Christmas Day, and we've got no Christmas episode sorted. I was like, what are we doing?
What are you doing?
Well, we want to chat to a few people, and we set each other tasks the other week of finding someone to chat to on the podcast.
How do you know I haven't done it?
Well, I was going to say, how's it going?
I'm not telling you. It's a surprise.
Never have you found someone to talk to?
I'm not telling you.
Take that as a no. But Tara, have you found anyone to talk to?
I'm not telling you.
Oh God. Well, I found absolutely no one, but I've got big plans.
Well, good for you.
I've got big plans.
I might have found one for you as well, mate. You never know.
Cool.
And here is my dad. One of those ones.
May as well. Well, that's all we got time for.
Good old Bean.
Do keep your eyes peeled on social because we're looking to definitely do a Christmas episode this year. So, Owen the Town on socials. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you. What's next week? Oh, after Fulham, obviously.
Yeah, Monday, mate. Well, this is another
It's
Tuesday.
not Monday unless you're going somewhere else in Brentford.
No.
Yeah,
No.
where you going?
Here
Narnia
Monday.
next week.
No, yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Lovely stuff. Cheers.